All right, hopefully I got some audio here. YouTube likes to mess up every once in a while. I don't know what's going on, but I'm Adrian Babishoff. If you don't know who I am, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a guru. I'm just a guy, regular old Joe like you, who took type 2 diabetes very serious. And I got my situation under control where I've got myself insulin sensitive and pretty much got my type 2 diabetes in remission following a personal program that I had to develop myself. Because let's face it, folks, most of the people out there don't have they're not looking to help anybody but themselves. So I had to take the initiative to figure out what to do for myself. And I'm here today. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I came here to express what I found, the things that I've discovered, the things I tested in real time using a continuous glucose monitor, and try to help you guys avoid the mistakes that I made and help you guys navigate this circus of just this ocean of information that's out there where it's hard to know what to believe, what to do. I mean, there's no clear answers. I wish I would have had someone like me to ask questions when I started out, and it just wasn't there. So can you hear me now, George? We started to go live earlier, but I had no audio. Please let me know if you can hear me. So yeah, I'm here to answer questions. We got a live call-in phone number. If you guys can hear me, George is gonna post that up and I'll pin that comment. So you guys can get a call in right now. That's what we got new. Call in and ask me anything. So as soon as George gets that number up, I'll post that. I'm pretty much on my treadmill this morning, going for a 30-minute walk. I try to do this at least twice a day, every day. That's to keep my blood sugars down. And that's one of the protocols that I look at is if you're here on this channel and you're thinking that you're gonna take a quick diet, a pill for every ill, it doesn't really work that way. Nobody gets a get out of jail free card here when it comes to type 2 diabetes. It takes ongoing maintenance. You gotta make adjustments, all kinds of things as you progress through. And guys, I've been doing this since 2023. What's up, Commons Prepper? I'm doing good. Good to see you back on YouTube. Yeah, it's been a while. Let me pin George's comment there. There we go, guys. There's a call-in phone number. I'm available right now for 30 minutes. So if you guys want to ask me anything, feel free to call in. Yeah, Tad Hagen Anderson, I'm on a treadmill. Calm Peppers equals health. Heath Whittle. Oh, what's up, Heath Whittle? How are you? Well, Heath, there's a phone number. We've done some things around here. Hopefully everything's doing good, Heath. Long time no speak. Let's get some likes up in here off the bat. I mean, I guess it sucks for me to start telling people to do that, but it does help the algorithm to get more people in here. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, look at that pinned comment, 909-871-8238. Ask me any questions, guys. I'm here for 30 minutes. I'll be here as much as possible for you. You can call in right now. Your voice will be live. You will not show up physically, your face, just the audio of your voice. And ask me anything you want. You guys got access to pretty much a blood sugar master, guys. I know that sounds probably kind of big-headed to say, but hey, I've got to put my neck out there. I've got to prove who I am, who I say I am. So yeah, I'm here to pretty much pop the pimple, open up the doors, and give you guys some good perspective on to do what I've done if I can. How did your move go, and are you still living near your dad's work or home? Yeah, me and baby girl had to retreat. We're pretty much on our own, and we're trying to figure out, there's a lot going on in the background. That's why I haven't been doing lives that much. I kind of just go on whenever I can. I don't really have a set time, Heath. So yeah, we're pretty much in the red, where we're trying to figure out how we're going to make everything roll. But yeah, that's on a personal story there. But thanks for reaching out. But everything will go good because I always, you know, just like type 2 diabetes, when I was first diagnosed, I had fear, anxiety. It was probably the most fragile I've ever felt in my life. I was freaked out, and I did what I always do. You know, after the emotions of fear and all of that stuff start to, you know, you go through the gamut of it. You know, you feel sorry for yourself, you feel scared, and that doesn't help anybody, right? So you have to stand up for yourself and start fucking fighting, and that's what I did. I started fighting. I turned around and said, let's go in Adrian the Barbarian mode. Let's replace the emotions with logic. What are we going to do about the situation? And that's exactly what I did. Tad Anderson's, bro, you are the first actual live I've seen. W. Oh. Well, again, guys, I'm a little restricted on time. I can't be here for hours like I used to be, so I got 30 minutes. George has pinned the comment from George here. There's a phone number. I got a phone sitting right next to me. You can call in with any questions. That phone number is 909-871-8238. So, guys, I'm paying for this phone right now, but I'm happy to do so. I just want to make sure that I can reach out there and help anybody who needs the help, because I know the situation you guys have been in because I was there. That's the cool thing why I think you should follow this channel if you're a type 2 diabetic, is because I'm not a freaking guru. I'm not a doctor. There's nothing special about me other than the fact that I took this shit very, very serious. And I'm here to help, right? I know what you guys must be feeling. Even those you seasoned veterans have been type 2 for a while now. You know, you go out there searching for information and it's like, it's confusing. And I feel like I've worked very, very hard and I've actually solved a lot of those problems. Of what works? A good question I would ask someone like me is, well, where are you getting your information from, right? Is carnivore the way? Uh-oh, somebody called the 911 on me. The cops are coming. Why is it that carnivores and veganism both work on reversing, we can't say reverse, but putting type 2 diabetes in remission? How could they all be right? Well, I would answer that. And this is my hypothesis, is that the middle ground, if you look at the commonalities of all these different structures to put type 2 diabetes in remission, is most likely processed foods. You can go with whatever diet you want. You can do carnivore, you can do keto, you can do vegan. Obviously they all work. Will they work for you though is a better question. I don't know. But you would ask me, well, how would you solve this problem? Well, I would solve the problem by getting you on a continuous glucose monitor like I'm on, and I would ask you to try the diets. The glucose monitor is going to tell you. I've said this thousands of times, guys. You're driving your car with a steering wheel, a brake pedal, and a gas pedal, but you have no idea. There's no speedometer marking how fast you're driving. There's no indicators on the dashboard of saying what the battery levels are, how hot the vehicle is running, no thermostat. You don't know how the car is performing with the fuel that you put in it, and that's where the CGM comes into play. So measuring your blood sugars doesn't even have to be a CGM, a continuous glucose monitor. It could be anything. If your blood sugars are skyrocketing from something you ate, obviously you need to stop doing that. So you basically need to tailor in your own diet. Thanks for the likes there. Again, guys, we got about 20 more minutes left. If you do want to call in, that phone number is 909-871-8238. So call in with your questions. Ask me anything. I think I found a little nook here. I think we can keep going on this. Let's keep playing around with some questions. Let me think to myself, what would somebody who's frustrated, type 2 diabetic, ask? What are their thoughts? Actually, I've got a bunch. One of them is, do I need to walk on a treadmill like you're doing right now? I would say that all depends. That depends on your weight. I know, Heath, I think you've had some injuries and stuff like that, and you're I think you're roughly around my age, from around your middle age, around 50 years old, if memory serves me correct. But if someone like that, I would say, no, you can actually most likely do it without having to walk on a treadmill every single day. You can actually do it just by changing your diet alone and doing such things as, let's give you guys a tip, give you something you could take home and actually practice. Now you can't just do this and eat your regular food and expect to have results. You got to go, on my end, some low carb. So what you would do if you wanted to try the route, and this is going to be very slow for you, is to go on a 30-30 regimen. That means 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up every single day. And this is not mine. This is actually from a fellow by the name of Tim Ferriss. And this is actually geared towards weight loss, not type 2 diabetes. So I had to take Tim Ferriss's work and I had to tweak it and make it for type 2 diabetes. That's exactly what I did for myself. Guys, that's how I lost all the fat, almost all the fat. I still got some on there. But that's how I got the body that I do now. I'm not here trying to flex at all. I know that seems like, I don't know. Oh wait, here's me flexing. Duck lips. Right? No, I'm not trying to flex there. I'm trying to just show you in real life, because you're probably like me where you're skeptical. You need to show me the fucking money. If what you're saying is so great and it works, show me the freaking money. I don't believe you. If I was in your shoes, that's what I would think. That's why I still am. Seeing is believing. So that's why I did what I just did. Let me just show you. So if you get that 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking it up, you're going to start burning some fat. But that accompanies with eating a low carb diet during the rest of the day. So that means if you're going to eat lunch, then you should eat something like, say, a bunless burger with some veggies, if that's what you want. If you're going to go, that's like more of like a keto. If you want to go carnivore and just have yourself whatever proteins you want. The one caveat I would say, and this is not for everybody, and this is why I say no one diet fits all, you might want to lighten up on the fat. Because what's going to most likely happen, and again, this is just theory, and this is everybody's body's going to act different. When you eat the fat, yes, it's going to give you energy. I'm not saying zero fat, but I'm saying just lighten up on the fat, because what it is said anyways, and I have no proof of this, but this is what the professionals are saying, your body will start burning the fat that you ate. Why would you want your body to burn fat that you're consuming when you can burn your own fat? That's the whole point, right? So, yeah. I would have to work with somebody, which I am offering. It's in the link in the description below. I've got a few spots open this month in January. I only open up every once in a while, but we've got some free coaching going on. Normally this is starting out at $1,000 for a 40-day program, but I'm offering a 40-day program for free because technically it helps me out, because I get to know what it is to work with people, how I can serve you better. I may possibly help I don't think possibly, I know for sure we're going to get some results for you. So you're going to get good results for free. And in exchange, I get to learn your problems and help others better. So the program's already on. We're doing great. I just like to, that's my goal, I think, here is to actually coach people here professionally. And in the future, I know that a lot of you guys don't have a couple $100 to just spend. So I want to give out for free for the rest of my life, just to gather a few people in and help them out. So, yeah. Again, guys, if you want to call in, we got about 15 more minutes left. It's 909-871-8238. Call in with your questions. Ask me anything. So yeah, take the 30-30 thing, guys. Try it. Try it for 2 weeks. And see what happens. If it doesn't work, ditch it. But I promise you, if you guys follow the cookie I just gave you, even without exercise, you should see a difference. I'm betting that 95% of you are going to see a difference. If you follow the protocol, this doesn't mean that you get a cheat day or anything as well. You can't be going eating potato chips and all that kind of stuff. Pin last message. Whoops, replace pin message. All right, there we go. We replaced the message. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Again, if you are looking to, we just repinned the message. If you're looking to call in with any questions you have to ask me, 909-871-8238. I'm here to help. But as Heath Whittle, please tell me how you're doing. Let me know if everything's okay. Last time you seemed like you were a little distressed and a little in a mess there, in a bind. Let me know you're doing okay. But yeah, guys, I've got, as Heath Whittle said there, I've got a lot of personal stuff I've got to take care of. I've got to go make money. I don't make any money here on this channel. In fact, it's costing me money. I got this phone here to take these live phone calls. I've got StreamYard, a website, and all that. So I'm really trying to put the effort in to give you guys a call to action, to interact. And we're only going to do this for a little while. This channel is actually leaving pretty soon too. I know that we just started it. I'm probably just going to come on every once in a while, but we're moving to T2 Diabetes Dad, where we're going to get very serious, very, very serious, in depth. In fact, I'm going to give an entire free online course video that'll be several hours long, explaining exactly how it is, what I did, all my tactics. And again, guys, I am not a doctor. None of this is medical advice. If you are type 2 diabetic, you should work with your doctor. But I'm going to give you everything that I did, my whole protocol, my whole system that I did for me, and try to put it out there and see if it works for other people. So, yeah. Well, how we looking there, George? Is everything going good? So what I was saying about the 30-30, I'll go on and waiting for anybody who wants to take in a live call here. If you want to take the slow route, that's pretty much it. You're going to just basically have that 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up. Keep eating healthy, you'll start losing weight. But if you want to take, that's like the tricycle. And this is something that's needed. If somebody is severely overweight, say like, you know, let's say 5'9", whatever, and you're 280 pounds, 300 pounds, I don't think you should be walking. You're gonna hurt yourself, right? If you've been living a sedentary life. So that's why I would recommend right off the bat, let's get that weight down. You know, me and George were talking about this, is go grab yourself like a 10, 15 pound bag of ice. I think they are, or 20, I don't know, like a big bag of ice. Do yourself a favor, just hold it in your hand or pick it up with two arms. Or sling it over your back if you can. Just any like 15, 20 pounds. Just walk down to your car and see how you feel. Imagine dropping that of fat. You got all the wear and tear on your joints. That's not good, all right? All that weight, all that with gravity is just really screwing up your body. So we got to get rid of that gravity, and then we can get you out to doing walking. I sure as hell do not recommend anybody lifting weights. That's like danger zone. Now, a few of you people that I know about have done weightlifting, resistance training right off the bat and haven't gotten hurt, but you're playing the lotto. First things first, let's get the fat down. Let's get that weight off your joints. Second, once we get that weight off and you're doing the 30-30 diet, as I just told you guys, and a low carb diet, then we get you on the treadmill. That starts to expedite things. You know, you were sitting on land and we had the engine warming, right? Doing the 30-30 with no exercise. But now the engine is on turbo and it's getting ready to blast off. And it's like, yeah, now you started doing the walking and now we're just gonna start doing takeoff. I will call sometime, just can't today. You are smart to set up the calls. It's unique. Oh, thank you, Dan R. Mr. Dan's here. Yeah, I don't just take them random. I only take them when I'm live. Other than that, the phone gets shut off. But yeah, I thought it would be pretty unique. But getting back to what I was saying, and thanks for the hearts and the likes, by the way. So there's many things that we can incorporate here. Another thing, you would have to ask your doctor. Another thing I've been playing around with is AMLA supplement, and I've been noticing very great results for myself. And I think that this would be something great for you guys as well. Even as a maintenance thing, but it comes with a caveat. It's not going to solve all your problems. I don't have time to go in depth here today. but it's something you need to be careful of. Now, one tip I'll give you guys is berberine, long-term use, actually has side effects and can actually hurt your body. It's not meant for something that you just take every day, right? And this is when we're resorting to a pill for every ill. AMLA, any supplements that you have to take to keep your blood sugars down is not solving the root problem. So let's get those facts straight. Let me know that, let you know that you might as well take metformin or something. Granted, you know, taking something like AMLA and stuff like that's not as I would say, I can't say harmful. I don't know. It's the same thing. I think you get what my drift is. But yeah, if you wanted to up the game, you can go ahead and start doing some exercise once you start feeling. I think this guy has no idea. I have no affiliation whatsoever. But if you have been living a sedentary life, one of the things I think that you should incorporate is the knees over toes strategy. And you can find him on YouTube. Again, he doesn't even know I exist. I'm just out of good faith and good heart sending you this. I know that this guy is legit because I healed my rotator cuffs and stuff doing this. I got them back. I don't know if healed's gonna get me in trouble. Sorry, YouTube. But I use these tactics. I got my shoulder cuffs, both rotator cuffs, my knee, my fingers, and also my hip. Back in my younger days, I used to be a snowboarder. I've been a roofing contractor since I was 13 years old, working on roofs. So my body's kind of got a little bit of some bumps and bruises. But I've had some major injuries from bull riding. I've had major injuries from not skydiving really, but from well, I don't even know if I should say this, street fighting, major injuries. So my body needs to recover. I've done some stupid crap, let's just put it that way. So, and my mom told me when I was a kid, you know, your body's not going to last forever. The injuries you get here today are going to follow you till your older age, and I'm in my older age and I can feel it. So yeah, some sort of rehabilitation to strengthen. It's not necessarily strengthening the muscles or anything. It's basically strengthening the ligaments and fortifying the muscles that are attached. And this is very important because if you have been living a sedentary life, I mean, I don't know how I look like now, but I was doing upside down push-ups, guys, and I got elbow bursitis. Let me show you. I don't know if it's disappeared. I've been meaning to do this. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bump. See the difference? This is the one that's got the bursitis. See that bubble? It's not too bad now. Oh yeah, it's pretty, it's still high, it's going down. It was way bigger than that, so. All right, well, it doesn't look like we got any call-ins today. I am nearing the 30-minute mark of my evening walk. I hope that I have given you guys something to chew on. I hope I've given you guys, I don't know, some faith, some hope. If a guy like me can do it, you guys can do it too, man. You know, I don't want to put everybody off with my Adrian the Barbarian shit, my Sparta. You know, you don't have to go as crazy as I did, but it helps, especially if you got a few nuts loose in the head. But no, you don't have to go as intense. That's the one thing I'm just wondering if I'm too intense for people where they're not wanting to commit. They're scared, you know. Like, shit, I don't want to let myself down. There's no such thing as failure, guys. That's what I want to say here. You try something, you learn. It's the best thing. It's kind of like Confucius, the knife is sharp. You know, the student came to Confucius and said, you know, I want to start cooking some food to help, whatever. He says, go ahead, well, grab that knife. Just be careful. It's very sharp. And the student was like, yeah, I know. And Confucius just looked and said, yeah, well, we'll see about that. Just be careful. And one day the student cut himself pretty deep and he was like, Master, I cut myself on that knife. He says, I told you it was sharp. And he's like, well, now I know. And that's Confucius, the knife is sharp, is most of us have to get cut to know, to feel it deep, to understand. But it's like nobody like me or anybody else can share a lesson with you, teach you, try to give you guidance. We can do that, but it's not fully clickable. It doesn't just sink in until you actually experience it. So I want to encourage you guys to not look at your failures at all as failures. That's just a bullshit word that we have in our society that keeps people from doing stuff. Your failures are the best thing that ever happened to you, because now you feel it, you know it, and you know what not to do. That's the most important lesson of all. And as you keep, actually the opposite. Instead of being scared of failure, you should embrace failure. You should try to fail as much as possible, because once you get thousands and thousands of failures, you have a clear understanding of what the real world, not the talk, funny mouth noises that people make, you get to understand it clearly. Now, as you move forward, you become a professional you. And guys, businesses do this all the time. Multi-millionaires, they got to make marketing decisions, and they got to try to figure out investment decisions, and they fuck up. They spend $1 million, say, on a Super Bowl Sunday commercial, and it flopped. They just lost $1 million and didn't make shit off of it. Next year, though, they're like, we're going to work harder and try to figure this out. They'll study the problem and go, where did I go wrong? And let's learn from our mistake. Now they know what to do. Now think about that logically. Now we move into the next year and all the years after that. After they've had so many consecutive fails, they find what works, and now they do that. Now they're that $1 million. This is a perfect example. Now they're spending $1 million again on a new strategy of a commercial, let's just say on Super Bowl, and they made, $20 million off that $1 million investment. And because they failed so many times, every year after that, it doubles, it compounds, it doubles, it triples, it quadruples. Do you see the power of failure? So if there's one thing I can leave you guys with here today, is fucking fail as much as you can. Reverse psychology this. Stop thinking about this as, oh, poor me, I suck, I don't know. Everybody fails. I failed hundreds of times at this diet and everything. I would read information or watch videos, read books, and work with my healthcare practitioners, try something. I'm like, it didn't work. It's not working. I got to switch stuff up. Some of it took me months to try to figure out. Months, not days, months. And we're talking about my body, right? Not $1 million. You can go make another $1 million. I screwed up parts of my body where I was like, oh man, now I got to work to rehabilitate that. So yeah, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. I'll never be a doctor, never pretending to be a doctor. Consult your doctor if you are type 2 diabetic. So I guess, guys, with that, I'm going to leave you. That phone number, next time we go live, that phone will be there. Call in with your questions. I can't believe, I wish I had someone like myself to talk to when I was going through this whole thing. And yeah. All right. I'll see you guys on the next videos. Peace. Go out there and fuck up in a good way.